A lot of people will say X-Men represents minorities, but it's like where?
I love Kendrick.
Yeah.
He's a hypocrite.
Had the main guy be...
Blue Eye Samurai, just the name sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, we can talk about that later.
Like,
I
what's your
believe
best
that Lil
explanation for it?
Wayne evolved from apes.
Damn, just directed. Ape picked up a microphone. It was a rap.
He was
That's
one of those.
fucked up.
He was one of those.
And it's gonna
Lil
sound
Wayne is
racist.
hiding from that lady from the ape documentary.
Georgia, what's her name? Georgia?
No, Chimp Crazy.
Chip Crazy.
Chip Crazy?
Chimp Crazy. It's like...
Good, y'all. Gerald with Afronauts Nerd Cast, and I'm sitting here with
Anarchist.
and
Long tail.
all right. And today we got a couple of good topics. Fresh out the gate, for those that keep up with it, Kendrick Lamar been active again. They announced that he got the new Super Bowl. He got the Super Bowl performance for 2025, and he also released a track recently, like last week, with some Black Air Force on it. and those, bro, those Air Forces have been active, dude. Them shits look beat up too, so that's even worse. They're not polished. They've been spending some blocks.
He's making a statement, and I think we all need to pay fucking attention. But a lot of people aren't going to. But continue.
And also, Lil Wayne, but more importantly, Lil Wayne fans feel salty about it, which I don't know. I got a couple of reactions to it, but
go ahead, go.
Yeah. So to start off, I think that the song, quite frankly, I think is a pre-recorded. I think he did this during the beef, in the heat of the beef, just in case that because he didn't know. I mean, come on, there's Kendrick. He was sitting in the lab. He was literally just cooking up like song after song after song after song, just preparing to just keep going for at least 7 more takes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think he was literally I think this was just something, because it gives me the same feel as Meet the Grams. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of felt like it could have been in between Meet the Grams and Not Like Us. So I'm like, okay, so this one, it feels like this was just one of the joints that you had prepared. So I'm not taking it as, oh, this is new. It's just like, hey, I might as well just use it, just put it out. But also the Black Air Forces, I'm like, all right, dude, like, like we get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but him doing this right after the Super Bowl announcement, I think it also may mean something. I think this means that he has something queued up.
Oh, you don't think? You think? Huh? Y'all think that he got something queued up?
Well, I was hoping that he was going to drop this like a little bit sooner, as far as whatever project he's dropping. But I mean, I guess this is a great time to do it. But I was hoping he was going to do it. Like, I mean, the beef ended March, April. So I thought he was going to take that.
So I feel like it ended with Euphoria.
No, I know. Euphoria by far is one of my so I was thinking, I'm like, okay, but like whatever it is, I'm like, all right, bet. Now that you won, I thought you was going to be like, all right, bet. I'm going to take this summer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have an album and drop it this summer and have us just all blasting it all this summer.
Why would you do that? He already took the summer. He didn't even need an album. He took the summer. Who else was more influential this summer? Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. I feel like it was like Megan in the winter, and then Kendrick at the end of spring, heading into the summer.
Yeah.
He took the summer. There's no arguing that. Like he didn't need an album either. But I feel like this is all okay. First of all, let me go ahead and say this. I love Kendrick.
Yeah.
He's a hypocrite. Me saying that don't mean anything because he's constantly calling himself a hypocrite.
Yeah, he has a whole song.
Right, because I know where people be mad. Oh, you're calling Kendrick a hypocrite. No, he called himself a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite.
Which I wish people would understand that I could still criticize someone that I love.
I don't necessarily think he's a hypocrite because of the Super Bowl shit, though.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, to some extent, yes, but at the same time, no. Because we all know, like, the Colin Kaepernick thing. I have not watched the NFL. since Colin Kaepernick.
Damn. That's
I refuse to watch it because of what they did to him.
Right.
And while Kendrick did show his support for Colin,
he also
Kendrick is a imperfect human being. He's told us time after time he's not our savior, he's not our messiah, he's not our leader. Mm-hmm. But I feel as though what he has queued up is that he's going to tell white people to their face at the Super Bowl.
I hope so.
He did it at the Grammys.
But this is bigger.
Oh, I'm just saying.
No, I know.
Like, I feel like he owned, like, okay, Jay-Z hit him up, was like, okay, I mean, you the hottest thing right now. Right. You want to do it? Yeah, I'd do it. And you know he got something planned for white people.
I feel like he signed a lot of contracts.
Look, no. Jay-Z's, no. I promise you he's going to do it tastefully, but he's going to do it to their face.
Okay.
That's what Kendrick Lamar has done.
If you could figure out
constantly. Constantly. He would do it to their face. That's the thing. That's the difference between him and a bunch of other rappers. Yeah. Other rappers will not do it because they're afraid the money is going to go away. Yeah. He prays that the money goes away. Yeah. So it's like, try me. Try me, bitch. I'm going to say whatever I want. I'm going to do whatever I want. And I'm going to make it tasteful and artful. But you're not going to pick it up because you're so dumb.
I hope so, but I'm also not holding my breath as well.
No, and he's going to have a bunch of people calling Drake a pedophile.
I don't think he's going to do that part. I don't think he's going. I feel like he's going to do that part.
I feel like he's going to do something.
If he managed to do the OVO and A minor at the Super Bowl, I don't know. And you know what's crazy is if you listen to the song, like overall, like if you take out the fact that he's like talking about an actual person, like. The song is very celebratory. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of like it's a bop. Yeah. So it could very easily fit in a set, but the subject matter is like, I don't know if the Super Bowl is gonna let that fly. Well, but fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
I think you're gonna do it.
One thing I do have concern with, and I mean, like and I saw this with Jay-Z's rise, is once they get to a certain size, their politics also change too. So I'm just hoping that this doesn't lead to a turn of the corner for Kendrick, which I know is not, but I always get weary when people get to a certain size.
If he does, he warned us already. Just the same way Kanye warned us about white girls, he was serious when he said what he said.
Yeah, I know. Which I thought
you get a white girl, he was serious about that shit. He was dead ass. We thought he was joking because it's funny because that's what happens.
I thought he was just calling people out. I didn't know that he was talking about himself too.
Absolutely not. He was soon he lead your ass to a white girl and what happened? And then you find out later that the girl he was dating, like he like the moment he like hit, he like dumped her. Yeah. And went buck wild. So I don't Kendrick has constantly told us that he's not our savior, and I believe it. Honestly, when I thought that he was doing that to like stave off like his responsibility, the power that he has now. Yeah. Because a lot of rappers do that. Yeah. You now have a voice in the world.
Right. Right. You're going to use. They're trying to minimalize it. They try to minimalize the amount of power.
But originally, I thought that, but then I started talking to other Kendrick Lamar fans. Yeah. Because one of the lyrics that really pissed me off and like I loved. To Pimp a Butterfly. My favorite song, at the end of it, he pisses me off with like, he calls himself, like, he says, like, you know, I'm the biggest hypocrite because why did I cry when
Trayvon Martin
when Trayvon was in the street?
Yeah. It made me kill somebody blacker than me.
Yeah. But when you think about it, but like, bro, like, you can have that duality. Yeah. Like, you're allowed to have, you're not a hypocrite because of that. Yeah. You're allowed to defend yourself. Yeah. You're also allowed for survival. Yeah. And unfortunately, because of the way we live, survival. Yeah. But like Kendrick has constantly said, I'm not your savior. Right. So I don't expect if
you're putting too much weight into
the next Drake, which I doubt it. Yeah. Like I really doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it. As
well. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. But it's for me, it's like okay, it is what it is.
Right. I hope he does.
We talking about next Drake?
No. Now you're gonna have everybody in the audience. No. I'm hoping. Shut the fuck.
This nigga like Drake.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. But so like I hope that he actually does say what he wants to say to to the audience that he wants to direct it to.
I think he's talk. So a lot of people are thinking he's talking about like rappers in that new song.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like he's talking to everybody. He's telling everybody, okay, if you want change, you're gonna have to put it.
That's what I'm thinking
dome
too.
some people.
Yeah.
To get change.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, then you don't really want change.
I think like, cause he said time to kill the party. I think we spent, and I was talking about this. Well, I spent a lot of time talking to myself, but like the progression of hip hop hit a plateau at some point. As far as message wise, because at a certain point there was a message to hip hop,
and then I wouldn't call that a plateau. I call that white supremacy.
I mean, it's both two names for the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, because at a certain point hip hop stopped becoming ours, and when I say ours, I'm talking about as far as like the people that's running the companies that endorse and fund these artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you make more money without a message.
Yeah.
That's clear.
And that's right. So like I think that's the party that he's talking about. He's like, bro, we spent a lot of time just partying and just doing bullshit, but we didn't. We're not really building anything.
Kendrick does quadruple entendres, and he mean that shit. Like that shit. Yeah. I don't think the party is just the industry. I think he's really talking about the world we're in. Yeah. Because if you think of if you think about everything he said and you put it all together, that's the world we live in. It's not just hip hop. Yeah. It's literally the world we live in. Right. Everything he was saying. Yeah. So I was like, I really feel like I don't want to. If I say what I want to say, this video is going to get flagged. It's not going to get up on TikTok. It's not going to be. But I really feel like he. I'll talk to you about it later. Gotcha. I don't think because he's talking about the world. Right. When he said it's time to burn the village down. And start new. Yeah. I don't think he's just talking about hip hop. Yeah. Sure, he's talking about hip hop. He's talking about the system that we live under. The system that we live under. Like he wants the world, like the people, people to live in harmony and love. But you can't do that in the system we live in. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like he's gonna be on some level of eggshells at the Super Bowl. Bless you. Or whatever that was. He might drop an album and then perform whatever hit he has from that album. Yeah. A hit single from it or whatever that's gonna help push his album. But like because Jay's behind getting him into this, and Jay, he's one of the motherfuckers that's he's gonna try to play the political game with the guys in the white suits. I mean, guys in the suits. So he's going to. Look, I do not like Jay-Z. I know. I've never liked Jay-Z. I'm fully aware. But even though I hate what he did to Colin, and he gotta minimize that thing. Yeah. He plays chess with white boys. He's not gonna do what we do. He's not gonna tell them to their face. He's gonna do it behind their back, in front of their face. If that makes any sense. Okay. So he's the same guy who did Still Nigga. Right. Which is funny considering that he's still doing the shit that he's doing now, which is just like it's awful. He's also a starch capitalist. So there's a lot of black people who believe that capitalism will save us and working within the system will save us, and then there's black people who believe that you need to just burn that shit down. Yeah. Like those are two honestly those are two extremes. Exactly. Conform. Yeah. Or burn it down. Yeah. So Jay-Z is somewhere more towards the conform side. Yeah, he definitely conformed. He at first he was talking about burning something and whatever like that, but he's like, nah, I'm going to make my money, and then he's going to make his money. He make more money that way. He's going to all that money is going to go to his daughter and their kids and their kids and their kids. I mean, he did what he needed to do. So, all right. But the last part I really want to mention because we was talking about everybody is hot about Lil Wayne being overlooked for the Super Bowl, which won. I'm gonna cut you off there. Yeah. Look at the camera. You gotta look at the camera. If you are a Lil Wayne fan, why are his seats not sold out already? Mm-hmm. Why? Mm-hmm. If you go look up what he's selling right now, he's not selling out seats. No. It's not happening. So if you really care that much about Lil Wayne, you would have taken your ass to go sell some seats out. Now they're gonna use Dr. Dre, but Dr. Dre's like 30 years a legend.
Right.
Wayne just got there.
And not to mention, Dr. Dre brought on 4 other superstars. Like I'm talking about at the actual Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He had 4 other superstars there.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about Wayne carrying the show himself,
No.
the
funny thing is, right? I told somebody this the day it dropped. Right.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't really care because I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
I hope Drake get caught a pedophile in front of everybody.
Yeah.
But it's clear to me that what's going to happen is Kendrick is going to bring Wayne up. Yeah. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because Kendrick loves Wayne. Right. The problem, what really happened?
And that's the part that
this is what really happened. What really happened was people was mad that it wasn't Wayne because it's only going to be Wayne that gets brought up and no one else. And who else? Who else is Wayne attached to? Drake and Nicki.
Exactly.
So what really is happening is people are mad that Drake and Nicki is not going to be up there and Kendrick is. Yeah. Because Kendrick's going to bring Wayne up. That's going to happen. Yeah. He's going to bring Wayne up. It's going to happen. He loves Wayne. And they're in New Orleans. Right. He might even bring up whole Cash Money or no limit dudes. But I'm telling you, they're mad because of Drake. And Drake is going to be
somewhere punching the air.
Yeah, that's what he's mad about.
He's going to be somewhere punching the air because remember at the end of the beef, whatever, Wayne was making he was vocalizing how he felt about the beef. Right? He was siding with Drake. Yeah. Okay, cool, whatever, rightfully so. Before that to happen, and then at the end of it, Kendrick gets the biggest freaking show on planet freaking Earth, and to bring up the dude that just sided with you, he's gonna punch in the air. He's gonna punch in the air.
I don't think it's a.
He's gonna OD on a Ozempic.
Yeah, there you go. All right, I'm done with this subject because the moment that happened, people started complaining. I was like, y'all just mad because it's not Drake.
And not to mention, Wayne have not been. I'm sorry, and I love Wayne, but he hasn't done anything since Carter 5, and I don't even know how many people bought. I bought it, and it was a great album, but I don't hear too many people talking about Carter 5 back when it was on platforms. Yeah. So
that's what it is.
It's just like, and and I really blame drugs. Like, really do. Because he's not that damn old that he can't perform.
Yeah, I know.
It's just he's been ran through. I hate to say it that way, but I don't know how any other way to say it. You burnt out. And I love Wayne. They're gonna chop it up. They're gonna take that part out. They're not gonna listen to that part.
I love anybody
Lil
ever
Wayne.
sees this.
Yeah. I grew up on Lil Wayne, Carter 1 through 5. This motherfucker had high school on lock and mixed like 4 or 5 mixtape a year, dude. If you look up his discography, he has like 200. He has 200 freaking like pieces of work, which is it's unheard of, dude.
I mean,
yeah, mind you, it's like a bunch of just rapping about bitches and rims and smoking weed and drugs.
You can say that if you can say that same thing 20 different times, you'll have a discography of 200.
Yeah.
I wasn't interested in Wayne either.
Are you talking about him at Super Bowl? Or you talking about just growing up?
In general, I didn't like Wayne either.
Yeah, I liked Wayne with his albums, and he was a great feature or whatever, and like he had a pocket that he stayed in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I knew he could rap his ass, but just like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
He can rap his ass.
Yeah.
But my problem is I came from It's Dark and Hell is Hot with DMX. Yeah. If I skip through your album, it's not good. Yeah. I listen to that whole album constantly. Yeah. There are only every once in a while there's some albums. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah. If I have to skip through your album, I've wasted my money. Yeah. I want a complete piece of work that I can listen to forever. Yeah. And there's not that many. Honestly, there's not really many rappers who's been able to do that. Yeah. But like, I came from Biggie. Yeah. Like, I can listen to Ready to Die. Yeah. Every day now. Yeah. I can still listen to the Score by the Fugees. Yeah. There's a lot that I can listen to.
There's a lot of albums that
constantly. I can listen to Illmatic. Yeah. from start to finish without skipping a goddamn thing. So my problem was with Jay-Z. I can listen to his albums and he'll have like 2 or 3 good songs.
Yeah.
But the rest of the stuff I don't really care about.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Wayne.
Yeah.
So when I was just like, why did I buy this?
Right.
I always felt like that. As much as I love Busta Rhymes, sometimes Busta Rhymes was like that too.
Yeah. Once Busta Rhymes once he got heavy, his voice, and just not a Joan or whatever about that, but like once he got heavier or whatever, his voice changed. Did you notice that?
I mean, that's with anybody.
Well,
Yeah, I know, but like it sounds like he's chewing the mic, and he also like because of the fact that it's kind of difficult for me to listen to you now because he used to have this very velvety like / raspy voice or whatever about that. It's like he's trying to like talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
I think it wasn't just the fact he gained weight. I think it was also drinking and smoking.
I mean, I do think it was that.
Changes your voice.
Yeah. But going back to the topic, I think y'all being outraged don't really have too much weight behind it because of the fact that like, did y'all really listen to? And more importantly, and I'm gonna say this before we move on to the next topic.
Yeah, because Ilsa's just like,
please.
I don't know nothing about no hip hop.
Listen to Lil Wayne's discography, okay? A lot of his stuff is not really
PG?
family. Right, it's not really family friendly. It's not enough for a Super Bowl performance.
What he gonna perform? Lollipop?
Which is about sucking dick.
I mean, he could do a Millie.
Yeah, a Millie.
Yeah.
Best rapper alive, but I mean best rapper alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is that? Carter 2? Carter 3? Carter 2. That's Carter 2.
Honestly, I really don't know that much about.
Right, and Hey Mr. Carter.
If I listen to your one song,
right,
Miss Officer,
right, like a cop car. But like we're going through like pieces of like a 10-year, 15-year span, and trying to find the ones that's going to be family friendly.
Yeah, but you can you can literally take anything that's from Kendrick.
Exactly, and just be like, okay,
unfortunately,
right?
Because Kendrick thinks about that. Unfortunately, you know what's crazy? Before we get off this topic, there are lyrics that I heard Kendrick say in songs. For example, did you watch the Pop Out?
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing though.
In the Pop Out, he said the real lyric to Settlers. It was white men. But he changed it to Settlers because it would pop more with white people. Because he knows. He knows.
Right.
So it's like he's smart enough to know that. It's like, okay, white people, okay. All right.
So I want this to be.
I want you to understand he know you. White people, he's still talking about you.
Yeah. Okay. Right. You're always gonna be Settlers.
All right. We can.
Okay.
We got
But yeah, that was definitely something I constantly kept seeing buzz on because it's just like, bro, y'all need to chill out. Next one. I'm working my way. I'm kind of working my way up. All right, here's a good one.
How you feeling over there, Ilsa? I mean, long tail.
I'm feeling good.
You all right?
Yeah.
She was over there like.
She's like, oh shoot, there's a camera here. My bad. I'm here.
We got carried away with that.
So for the sake of it, we're going to direct this at Elsa first.
Okay, do it. That's what I was going to suggest anyway.
Do you believe in evolution? Nigga, and if so, what's your best explanation for it?
Nigga, what?
What?
We went from hip hop to evolution.
I know we're a little all over the place, but I'm working my way through the list of topics I got.
So yeah, I believe in evolution.
Okay.
And what was the next question? And
do you have what's your best explanation
for it? Lil Wayne evolved from apes.
Damn, just directed. Ape picked up a microphone. It was a rap.
He was
That's
one of those.
Up,
he was one of those.
And it's gonna sound racist.
Hiding from that lady from the ape documentary.
Georgia, what's her name? Georgia?
No, Chimp Crazy.
Chimp Crazy.
Chimp Crazy. It's like it's.
I know I can't talk.
Okay,
but
we got. I'm gonna have to look into that.
You're gonna have a lot to talk about when you see Chimp Crazy.
Okay.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what was it?
Your best explanation. Yeah. Easiest explanation.
Like, just your environment, I guess. Like.
Okay.
It's like.
Can you expand?
Like black people code switch in certain environments.
I like that as an example.
Depending on like the pressures you're put under,
right?
And the thought of having to survive, like you eventually evolve and adapt.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a great, very short explanation for it. And no, and the only reason why I asked because I was having this conversation with my coworker the other day, and like, because she made the face, but it's kind of like a dumb moment. But like some of my coworkers, they don't really have a understanding or even like a remote grasp of evolution. And I'm just like, well, and part of it is because of the fact that some of them don't believe that it was even, a thing in the first place. But I'm like, it is a thing, and he said, well, if we evolved from monkeys, why do we have monkeys? Well, I'm like, what?
If we came from cells, why do cells exist?
Exactly. So trying to explain this to someone, I'm like, but it's something that triggered the evolution process. You don't just evolve just for the sake of evolution. Something has to be a triggering event or a series of triggering events that's going to continue or create this process. But that's why I brought it up, because of the fact that I feel like there's a lot of there may be more people that don't have an idea of what or why evolution happened.
Like how do they comprehend where dogs come from and we still have wolves?
These are really good questions
Like,
that I feel like these people aren't thinking about.
Okay.
But I agree 1,000% because there's in the same conversation I said, but birds have genetic connection to dinosaurs, but we still have birds.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying? Like,
but we don't have dinosaurs.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But there's different variations of the same thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's gigantic birds that could be related to dinosaurs. There's tiny birds that could be related to dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. Same thing.
And we do technically still have animals from that era.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just don't call them dinosaurs. We just call them by whatever modern name we give them.
Exactly. But this is not really directly on topic, but I feel like more like as time goes, more and more people step away from like one, basic knowledge, and two, reading books. Like just like researching.
Books?
Pages?
You niggas read books?
The fuck is this, an index?
Books?
Glossary?
Well, that's because they see that all that shit don't matter if you're popular and good looking.
That has a lot of weight to it. Yeah.
Nobody got an excuse though, because there's a game. There's this game called Ancestors
Yeah.
on PlayStation. It explains to you essentially how we evolved from what was like a gorilla-ish, chimpish, thing.
Is it good? Is it a good game?
Yeah, it was good. The problem is that when you push your generation forward, you gotta redo all that shit over. You gotta relearn all of it. Because that's what you have to do in reality. Yeah. Like my son is gonna have to learn all the shit that I had to learn. The same way. Yeah. So it's kind of like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's pretty expansive. It's very detailed. Like they put a lot into.
Yeah.
Like they really liked science or like the evolution of it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So if you go, definitely try to check out that game Ancestors, because the game Ancestors, it explains it.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like, bro, where do you think we came from?
It's really a solid question, because it's just like I feel like people, it should not be considered a myth or that's just, it's like, bro, there's no way in hell that we just popped up.
I mean, technically we did just pop up. We did.
We technically
popped up. We crawled right up on that. Probably it was probably some animal that was running away from the other big animals in the water. Like, nope, nigga, I'm good.
I mean, yeah,
I'm good. I can live up here too. And then it just came from that.
Usually, the push for evolution is
some level of danger.
A threat to your environment, not the perfect environment.
Yeah. Like I believe
that's why sharks have not evolved at all.
Yeah.
So.
Because like this motherfucker,
sharks,
I've been running shit. I ain't got what I got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My teeth been working for the past
and then they grow
millions
up,
of
and then
generations.
they grow back.
Yeah, like so. What are we talking about?
I break them and they grow back. How many animals you know can do that?
Yeah,
So I
bunch
think
of animals that have not evolved since. Yeah, because they're kind of perfectly built for their environment, so they don't need to adapt anymore.
Right, and they're at the top of their food chain or whatever like that. So if anything, their prey would have to evolve.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's why I think we evolved, because we were prey in many categories.
Yeah.
To the point that we actually, and that's why going back to us being related to some version of the ape. I mean, we were some of the few creatures that was able to crawl up into trees or about that to escape our predators, right? And we was able to stick around long enough to see some of the tops of the food chain change, and that allowed us to stick around long enough to evolve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And some of the things that we gave up, like fur, tails, we traded for brain power.
Right.
And comprehension.
But also because of the fact that I believe our hair is because although we use it as style and stuff like that, it's a protective thing.
Yeah, it's
you know
still
what I'm saying? Exactly, it's a protective
thing.
Right. So because of the fact that we don't have hair all over our body anymore,
well, some
it's
people,
because some of
like
y'all motherfuckers are a little bit more related. But like it's because of the fact that we actually started, because you mentioned brain power, we started being able to go inside. We started being able to have shelter. We started being able to keep ourselves
make clothes
maintained.
Exactly.
Like so because of the fact that we made clothes, right? We didn't, our body didn't naturally need fur and hair and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think it all started from a microbe. And said microbe was just existing because essentially that's all it is. Once life is established as life, it's just existence, not having a purpose, not having a motivation, not having any movement, just existing. Then something happened. Let's just say a microbe is floating in a pool of water, right? And then something shakes that water, right? And that microbe's like, what the fuck was that? Now it has a sense of consciousness, right? And now the shake happens again.
Or at least self-preservation.
Right. So now out of self-preservation, at some point that microbe develops a tail that's going to at least allow it to wiggle away from this shaking thing that could possibly kill it. And then that's where the first step of evolution starts.
This nigga played Spore too much.
Played what?
You played Spore.
What is that?
Literally what you just explained was Spore.
Oh, really? I mean, I
literally what it was.
Is that what is it on?
Computer.
I think it's the same people that did Sims. I can't remember.
Okay, that sounds like some shit Sims, the Sim folk will make. Yeah. But I brought it up because of the fact that because of that conversation. I think this would be a good conversation to have because I feel like it's something that other people could also.
I feel like this conversation only works well with ignorant people. Like if I had sat here and said I don't believe in.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of.
It was God.
Right.
It was Jesus. Jesus came down and he was like,
poof.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the more viral podcast clips has an idiot involved.
Yeah.
Or
it was God.
Or
it was God.
Or willfully ignorant to have it circulate than a room of intelligent people.
So, I wanted to ask this part.
All right, new stuff.
X-Men.
Okay.
So, did y'all watch the X-Men? The most recent one. Huh?
Which one?
97. Yeah, the most recent.
I haven't.
You could say all of it because all of it applies, but let's just say 97.
The last X-Men series I saw was Evolution.
Same.
You gotta watch 97. 97 is really good.
I could tell it's good.
I was trying to stay away from Disney.
It's just Disney.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect it. Well, the topic is not specifically to 97.
Yeah.
But it was just because of the fact that it's the most recent iteration of it. But X-Men, would you agree that X-Men is just the civil rights era superimposed on white folk?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like not enough people pick that up.
A lot of people will say X-Men represents minorities, but it's like where?
Right.
Where?
Right. Besides, we feel discriminated against. Do you?
Besides Storm.
Right.
And Spike.
Right. And Spike didn't even stay black for like the entire like life of X-Men because it was just evolution that happened.
And like, I think I saw a strip on Twitter where it was like Jean Grey. Who's the Snow Woman?
Oh, Emma Frost.
Emma Frost.
Yeah.
Like the most attractive X-Men character talking about being discriminated against. Meanwhile, there's Beast, there's Nightcrawler, the ones that literally cannot
the guys
hide.
that can't change the way that they look,
their appearance, even if they're not using their powers. And Storm, and they're just like, oh man, that must be tough. And it's like, exactly, like all these white X-Men could literally just not use their powers,
right,
and blend in with society.
Right.
Meanwhile, the other ones that physically can't,
right. And
like,
that's probably the most frustrating thing about it because of the fact that like it's so widely appreciated by a global audience
as a representation of minorities when it's.
But that's the thing. I don't feel like they don't see that connection.
Yeah. No, white people absolutely do not see.
They don't see that connection.
No,
right.
They don't. They refuse to.
Yeah,
and that's why this woke. This is woke. Have you not? You've been watching X-Men for how long? Right.
And that's the part that kind of like is like they appreciate the struggle and turmoils and the story, and they empathize with these characters.
They'd be like, "Damn, that was a good story. Let me go continue to be racist to these white people."
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's not the same. It is absolutely the same, bro. What are we talking about here?
Like Gargoyles had a more like representation of being a minority than X-Men because like they physically cannot change the way their appearance is. You know, they're not conventionally attractive where they just stop using their abilities to blend in. Like Gargoyles had a more plight of the struggle than most of the cast, the white cast of X-Men. Like Wolverine could just retract his claws and just live as a short guy.
And he would definitely be a Proud Boy. Or he would fit right on in with 45's group. Mm-hmm. Like short, angry, hairy white guy.
But he's like, Canadian.
Huh? What?
That don't mean nothing. Have you been saying that the Canadians, there be Canadians talking mad shit about like who they gonna vote for and who they not gonna vote for.
But they can't
You're
vote.
Canadian. You can't vote here.
Right. Your guy lost, dude. Okay, he lost the beef. Your economy took a hit when he lost the fucking beef. Stop. It's like stay over there, bro. But anything, John, before I move on?
What? X-Men?
X-Men.
I don't care.
Representation.
I don't care. I hate the fact that people mirror that. Professor X is Martin Luther King and Magneto was Malcolm X. Malcolm X at no point was genocidal.
Right.
At no point.
Right.
So how is he Malcolm X?
And
if we ever get into that Killmonger conversation, because that's where it goes.
That was going to be next. But
yeah.
But go ahead.
No, keep going.
No. I was just saying. But like it, as far as the way that we talk about Malcolm and Martin is the fact that like they never mention how they also spoke against capitalism and classism and like it's never that's never mentioned when they mention these two characters.
Because just like what they did with Malcolm X, Black Panthers, all of them, they simplified what they were talking about.
Exactly.
They refused to go deeper than what they is.
Right.
Martin Luther King might have been the softer one, but he definitely was saying, yo, you white folks got too much money and you're not allowing access. So you need to allow us access.
Yeah.
Because we're not about to keep living like this.
Exactly.
Like that.
Exactly.
Like, if he's definitely one of those black people who believe like maybe capitalism would have set us free.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
Would have set us free. That sort of thing. But.
Yeah.
I had my baby screaming.
Yeah. No. I know. I get it.
But yeah.
So, but yeah, like, I just wanted to touch that real quick before going on to the next one. So, next one is, why is Killmonger so relatable?
You know damn well.
Relatable.
That's relatable. Killmonger? At least until
like his ideals or just him as a like how he was represented in the movie as relatable?
Oh no, yeah, it was his ideals until
okay. I was gonna say like
crazy
how
part.
like
yeah
his
Because
ideals.
I've never slapped a grandma who was just trying to help me. I'm just saying.
No.
I never attacked your sister, you know, because we got beef. You know
we wasn't. Yeah, it was more so about. It was more so about one, him feeling a certain way about Wakanda leaving him out in the cold.
Yeah, obviously.
You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, bro, y'all chilling in here, y'all got all the dope shit, and yet all of these black folk is out here suffering, and y'all don't do anything.
Yeah. Well, okay, this conversation requires nuance. So we're gonna talk about if we're gonna talk about Black Panther and we're gonna talk about Killmonger, we have to talk about the entire story. We can't talk about him
of the movie Black Panther.
Have to.
Okay. I just wanted to get the context. Yeah.
Right? Just for context, because you can't. All right. So originally, I didn't see this. Ilsa saw this, so I'm gonna send it to her.
So I was kind of confused how no one really brought up how there was a very clear sign of African Americans versus Africans in the film.
Yeah.
Even though the Wakandians are like fictional Africans.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're pretty much saying that, don't give power to African Americans because look what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Because the only African American represented
Yeah.
was Killmonger.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the white American was the one aiding Africa.
Right.
Even though he was really just
the fucking CIA, which is just like, bro, are you serious?
And when really he was just trying to stop Wakanda from spreading its resources.
Exactly.
Really.
I agree.
So I was just like, this isn't as uplifting as y'all think. They're really just spitting in the face of African Americans.
Right. Yeah.
And like I guess people just really wanted that representation. So they didn't quite see it like that. They also saw themselves relating to Wakandians, even though that's a fictional group of people that don't exist. Mm-hmm. So nobody could really say that they're that group of people, but they can say, African American. Right. And yet it's represented so violently through Killmonger.
And I think it goes back to our conversation about representation that we had because of the fact that we were so happy to just have it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if we were to, if we were to have the conversation, or at least a critiquing conversation right afterwards, we would have been destroyed for it.
Yeah.
For whatever
oh God.
reason. We would have been destroyed.
What type of hotep part? Look, yo, so many people got on me. I was like, yo, I've seen so much shit about that. I was pissed off about Killmonger.
Yeah.
I was pissed off.
Yeah.
I was pissed off because all media is propaganda.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, it's propaganda.
Yeah.
It's propaganda. Media is propaganda. What you're watching right now is propaganda.
Right.
Everything's propaganda.
Yeah.
You cannot get around it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what are they teaching you with this story?
Yeah.
What are they teaching you? Huh? What are they teaching you?
You have this one group of people with all of this wealth and capabilities of fixing things, right? But they constantly just choose to keep it
in real life. No, keep going.
No, they constantly just keep it as a secret.
Yeah.
And they keep it as a secret. They kill one of the guys that was actually going to out them, right? That was his father, right? That was Killmonger's father.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And they leave the kid in Oakland, right?
Everything in Black Panther meant something.
Yeah, it does.
So these all right. So all these Africans have the ability to change their reality with all their resources. Do they really? Because whenever they tell America or the West to fuck off, what happens?
They don't fuck off.
They don't. They don't fuck off, and they do whatever they can to keep them in a kneeling position in order so they can steal their resources.
Yeah.
So so now we got Killmonger and his daddy. Killmonger's dad is going to do this thing, and he's going to be like, "No, we need to fight back. No, kill this nigga."
Right.
This nigga's going to make it hard for us to continue living in paradise, even though Africans do not live in paradise.
Yeah.
No.
Because they can't.
And they
cannot.
And they even talked about
without the help of white people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even though that it doesn't need to be that way.
Hell.
Yeah, it really don't.
And then we abandoned Killmonger.
Yeah.
And
so,
then we abandoned Killmonger.
Right.
What does that mean? We abandoned the little African Americans.
Right.
So all the Africans are just abandoning black people.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about us over here. Even
Right.
though that is the furthest thing from the truth.
Yeah.
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 I can keep going.
No, I'm
go,
hip.
go,
I'm
go
hip.
ahead.
So
because I got both for you.
so we end up fast forwarding later or whatever, right? Killmonger feels a certain type of way or whatever like that. He comes back to Wakanda and he addresses them. He was like, "Yo, y'all left us. You left me in the streets. You left us in the streets." You know what I'm saying? And this is the part. There's a conversation that Daniel Kaluuya's character has with Chadwick Boseman, right? And he says, we're thinking about opening the borders to bring in more people or whatever, right? And he's like, yeah, but they're just bringing in their problems. I'm like, but dude, you see what their problems are coming from, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're not even helping. Y'all are not even helping people on your own freaking continent.
Yeah.
Okay. And guess what? You could very easily do it by just opening the door and about to just bring in like 10 people at a time, 100 people at a time. You know what I'm saying? You could very easily fix your situation just right there.
Remember, this
before
is a
even
fictional
going.
place, though. This
I know.
pisses me off.
I know.
And I even brought up, like, as much as the world doesn't care about what happens to black people, just snatch a couple of them.
Yes.
Like, they're not going to bother looking for them.
Right.
Like,
That sounds so grimy. Nobody looking for them.
that's what I mean. Like,
But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It just sounds crazy.
That's the truth,
But I
though.
get what you're
just
saying.
snatch up whole families of black people
Yeah.
that you see in the
It's like,
struggle,
yo, you live here
relocate
now.
them.
That's your John right there.
Yeah.
That's your crib right there, bro.
You know they can't do that, unfortunately.
That'd be dope though.
It's
It's a hard pill, but
you
it's
know what they could have did with the second Black Panther?
a lot.
We talking about water Wakanda.
Oh yeah.
So why the fuck wasn't there Africans that they saved from those boats? Why didn't they do that?
That would have been really cool.
That would have been the coolest shit you ever seen. Seeing black people who got thrown from boats,
Right.
saved
living with those people.
by
Why
Norse
didn't
people.
they see that they have more in common than you know what I'm saying, than differences? And
'Cause they needed us
we
fighting.
actually exactly.
They needed us
Exactly.
fighting.
They-
That's what they wanted.
I was gonna say, watch the third one. You're fighting Asians. They're gonna do everything they can to avoid fighting white
Everything-
people.
And me?
So remember when we was having that discussion about Rebel Ridge?
Yeah.
This same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do whatever we can do to avoid showing black and brown people putting their foot in actual white people's asses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree 1,000%.
But if they do show like Black Panther fighting white people, they're probably gonna put a redhead
Right.
as the enemy.
I mean,
That's what they did in
Yeah.
Blue-Eyed Samurai, and that was so weird.
Really?
Why they had the main guy be
Blue-Eyed Samurai, just the name sounds
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Bro,
But
we can talk about that later.
Okay. All right.
Next
Because I saw I'm like this. Why is it called Blue-Eyed Samurai? Continue. I'm sorry.
Because the main villain of that is supposed to be a British English man.
Yeah.
But he's red
Irish,
hair with green eyes
Yeah.
and an Irish man.
And you know, redheads don't have souls. This
That's-
according to them. I don't.
Oh, the British?
Huh?
The British in them?
Just white folk. They say
Yeah.
redheads don't have souls. I don't know what the fuck.
So it was weird
I don't know what the fuck that means.
how they made the ones that are oppressed by white people
Yeah.
be also the aggressor.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like, oh, you want Black
Right.
Panther people to
Right.
fight white people? They're Irish.
Right.
We're going to have them the most redhead,
It's always-
green eyes,
Right.
freckles,
Right.
curly hair.
Right.
And then y'all will take that as us
It's always
fighting
the
white
equivalent of like the wealthy putting the poor against
Yeah.
the poor.
people. Yeah.
And when the two finally see who the real villain is, it's never that actual person. It's always a scapegoat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
It's
a
always a
scape- yeah.
scapegoat. You know, it's never that person. It's like, oh, it's that guy, right?
Media is
propaganda. Yeah, and going back to because I was talking about it earlier is I really want you all to consume this stuff differently because you're going to be a lot less happy about some of this stuff, and it's not me trying to ruin it for you, but you gotta realize that this when you're eating cereal, you know that you're eating bullshit, right?
Yeah.
You're eating just like cow bullshit that's floating, that's keeping up sugar. Like, it's stuff that's going to kill you at some point, right? I don't care how healthy they say it is. It's still bad for you.
Yeah.
Same thing. It may taste good for a second. It probably tastes bomb.
It's a placebo.
That's all it is. And when Killmonger, going back to the topic, when Killmonger walks in and he's making all of these valid points, right? I'm trying to figure out, you sure he's the villain? Like, you sure he's the bad guy?
That's where we go back to B.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He's the villain, correct?
Yeah.
He's the villain. He's the villain. This guy has all these radical ideas, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All these radical ideas,
mm-hmm.
and he's making a point.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we need him to slap some bitches up.
Yeah, we need to figure out
we need
something.
him to abuse some bitches.
Right.
Yeah.
We need him to be the most dastardly motherfucker. He fought T'Challa straight the fuck up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He now has the same powers as T'Challa.
Yeah.
T'Challa came back and he's like, nigga, I'm not dead. Let's run it again. And he's scared?
Which pisses me off. It pisses me off so much. I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
No. I'm frustrated because all of this, everything I'm saying is obviously we everybody says they look at the surface of it. Oh, he couldn't have been too right because we needed a villain.
Yeah.
Really, what they just did to you is they showed you what a revolutionary is and made you
villainize
be wary about
you
that.
villainize
Yeah.
Because if you listen to people on the internet, they'll tell you constantly like, "Oh, Killmonger was wrong." If everything he was doing and then leading up to what he was about to do was wrong, then everything was wrong.
Yeah.
You're looking at the surface of what was going on. You're not looking at what they're trying to teach you. They're trying to teach you that not to fight back or not to fight them.
Exactly.
Not to want to fight them.
Exactly.
Not to want to fight that. Not to be straight up about it. Because he was about to be straight up about taking over the world.
Yeah.
There's no niggas who are revolutionaries on this planet that want to take over the world.
Yeah.
They just want white people to leave them the fuck alone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to be able to have these resources and be left alone.
Yeah.
In reality, if that Killmonger was real, that Killmonger would have said, I'm taking every single black and brown person and bringing them a fuck to this continent.
Exactly.
And we're going to take over this continent, kick them out, and let them deal with their world. And we're going to be good here.
Exactly.
That's a real Killmonger.
Exactly.
Fuck all that, I'm going to take over the world.
He was right here.
Every single person who's trying to take over the world has not been able to do it.
Exactly.
It's impossible.
Right.
Yeah.
Because your resources are too thin. So that's why the United States had to create NATO and all this other shit in order to, we all can take over the world.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody else will be subsidized.
Exactly.
I tell you,
I'm here for it. He was right. Killmonger was right here, where this beautiful sweet spot where people like, okay, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
I'll choke grandma.
And everybody said, I'm just like, bro, what are you doing?
Burn that purple shit.
Right. What are you doing?
Just kill my girlfriend out of nowhere.
Right.
That was so out of character.
Yeah.
You love black people, but the first thing you do is kill a black woman.
Yes.
For what?
Right.
They are...
And then talk about how he enjoyed being a mercenary at black and brown places and killing off all those people, and he represents that on his
Absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that pisses me off. It really was like, it was right there. It was right there. It was beautiful representation of black people, just visually.
Yeah.
But if you dive into the story and the optics, it's just like, no, dude, this is really messed up because of the fact that the thing that pissed me off even more is the fact that it's owned by a white corporation.
Yeah.
So you're acknowledging that the problem here, and you can't you acknowledge the problem. So it says that you know that it is one, but solution is just like,
it's a fantasy story, bro.
Yeah.
None of this shit is real, and the fact we're talking about this shit almost 10 years later don't mean a goddamn thing. It's not almost 10 years, what, 4 years?
Yeah.
It's like,
it's been a while. Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. And even if they really feel that way, they just playing in our faces. Like they've been playing in our faces for like 200 years.
Yeah.
So again,
right.
Killmonger, Killmonger was right, period. And you want to know what? Even with the choking of the woman. Because there's going to be somebody that's going to have to handle Candace Owens if there is a revolution. Who's going to handle Candace Owens?
Yeah, but
who's going to do it? Somebody got to do it.
But apparently there wasn't a Candace Owens in the movie to represent that.
I'm just saying, in reality.
Yeah, in reality.
You need a Killmonger in reality. And I'm not talking about let's take over the world. I'm talking about let's get some shit done.
I mean, there was already that several times. Wasn't it Tubman and Nat Turner?
Yeah, plenty of them. And again, well, Harriet Tubman survived. Nat Turner did not.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
Haiti is the blueprint.
Yeah.
And now you see what's going on with Haiti.
Yeah.
Because Haiti is
like right now.
And
no, yeah.
You see what they did to Haiti?
Yeah.
Read some stuff up about Haiti. Read about Haiti.
Well, I remember they had the revolution.
Yeah.
And
they got punished.
was that when they got charged for not charged, they were like France sued them? Was it France sued them? And it was like, hey, you owe us XYZ amount of money for our property that we lost. Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. And they just been just.
It's like, what the fuck do you mean? You stole my people from a place? No.
Right.
But unfortunately, you can't say no because the
paperwork,
the world and the paper and all that
exactly.
stuff. And they okay, well,
and they do this to
we
every.
Can block you from ever getting any resources or having any.
Yeah, they was doing that to Cuba. Not.
They're doing it to Cuba now.
Yeah.
That's what's going on with Cuba.
Yeah.
Haiti.
Right.
All of those places.
Right.
If you're not bending the knee to NATO, your black ass
is getting smoked.
You're getting
one way or another.
You're gonna hurt.
One way or another.
You're going to hurt.
Yeah. And that's
not many places are like self-sustaining without the U.S.
Unfortunately,
but the thing is, they have the capability of doing that.
That's why China has become what it is. China watched the entire world. China watched Europe and Eastern Europe abuse Africa.
Yeah.
So what they did was like, we're going to go to Africa and help them.
Yeah.
Even though they're still taking advantage.
Right. It's still it's just like like. Hey,
to the end.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, you're getting fucked, but at least this time I'm kissing you. That's what, you know what I'm saying? I took you out to dinner first, you know?
At least there's aftercare.
Right, the fuck?
Oh my God.
It's $20 on the dresser.
Oh shit, bro. Look, okay. We went straight into politics, but this whole thing Killmonger revolves around politics.
No, it's really.
And I can't.
Comics in general.
Comics, well, yeah, but I'm saying the Killmonger we know, the Killmonger that people are like demonizing.
Yeah.
That Killmonger is like.
It exists for white
guy.
folk.
Like he's like every African American or every black revolutionary is leading with hate. That's not what's happening.
He exists for white folk.
Yeah.
And what's even more frustrating
validate white folk
is because of the fact that the CIA is right there.
Yeah.
He's right freaking there.
He's the real bad guy.
Right, although he's probably not the person.
Yeah.
But he's representation of the organization.
Did you read what happened?
What do you mean?
He stopped the weapons from leaving Wakanda, and he didn't do it for the Wakandans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He did it for
He successfully infiltrated Wakanda.
Yeah.
He now sees everything. Obviously, they do the movies like, he's rocking with the Wakandans.
Yeah.
Because they saved him.
Yeah.
Nobody else would have saved him.
Yeah.
But he successfully infiltrated the Wakandans, and then during a war, he was able to shoot down a Wakandan warship that was carrying out weapons that would have been able to fucking debunk. What's the word?
Dethrone.
Yeah. Country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He just did what the CIA does.
Yeah. Right.
And he's a hero.
And he's a hero. And then, that's what I saw too. I was like,
propaganda.
When throughout the entire movie, ever since they brought him to Wakanda, every single Wakandan walked past him like, what the fuck is this nigga doing here? Who the fuck, bro? Who brought this man here?
I was also like, if you know what his mission is to go into Wakanda, you couldn't find a black CIA agent to blend in. You had to pick the most Cheerio looking.
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Well, it was completely by accident because the only reason why he made it there in the first place was because of the fact that he got shot. Yeah. Remember, which is crazy because I'm just like, we have to save him.
Saved T'Challa. T'Challa wasn't wearing some some super duper thread that bullet would have fucking bounced off.
Fuck all of that. Whether you saved him or not, dude. You're the ops.
They could have just.
You're the ops.
I would have rather had Nick Fury be in Wakanda.
It would have made more sense.
Yes. Right, you're the ops. But before we continue, one of the things that okay, yeah. So we have a so at a certain part, T'Challa goes to the spirit world for the second time, right? The first one was really beautiful because of the fact that it's a black man hugging his father. He was happy to see him, and you don't see that too much in black movies. Which I'm like, bro, like that shit almost made me cry. I'm like, just because you don't see it.
Yeah.
Like we're opposed to hugging each other.
Never, especially in a setting where it wasn't a father and son beefing.
Right. It was literally just a matter of like a grown man hugging an older man as his father. Beautiful moment.
He just happened to pass away.
But then he goes back later on in that movie, and this is part that's really different because of the fact that he's like, bro, you're all wrong. Y'all fucked up.
Yeah.
But I wish that part of that conversation was, now I have to fix what y'all fucking did.
Yeah.
But then this dumbass comes back, and I'm calling him dumbass. He comes back to comes back to life, and just, I'm like, did you forget that whole conversation you just had with your ancestors? But hey, I'm still alive, bro. But you just admitted that they was wrong, that they wronged this man. Yeah. So you didn't start it with a conversation? He's like, bro, I get that you are trying to do something. Maybe we can figure out a way to do this without it killing people or yada yada yada. But you landed on, hey, I'm still alive, bro. Part 2, nigga. Round 2, bro. Like, I'm like, that's the part that I'm like.
I think you're remembering it incorrectly.
Why?
Because I think he talked to his dad before he decided what he was going to do with Killmonger. Before they fought.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So he went to the spirit realm or like that. He had that because this is after he got tossed off the cliff or whatever like that. And he was like,
I don't think he even went. Did he go into the spirit realm after that? No.
He went back to he went back
after they saved him, put him in under some ice.
Yeah. He went again. He went again. Yeah, and this is when he confronted his ancestors. Because that's very, and mind you, he's supposed to be African.
Yeah.
Like, African Americans talking to their parents versus Africans talking to their parents.
Yeah.
Drastically different.
Drastically different.
So this man is supposed to be talking to not only his African father, but his African ancestors. And he's like, bro, y'all are all wrong. Y'all fucked up. Y'all left this kid whatever like that. And then at some point he comes back and he starts to fight with Killmonger. I'm like, you forgot everything you just had the conversation about.
But they also made Killmonger like unreasonable to speak to.
No, I agree. With. But you could have at least watch us sit through this conversation that you had. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Is there a way that we can fix this? And if the motherfucker said, no, fuck all of that, we're just gonna do this anyway. At least let us see that. But you just came back on. Let's shoot the fade one more time, bro. Like that's. I'm like, you just had a whole conversation with your relatives, and it's like you just forgot all about it. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
It's an action movie, so they needed.
Yeah.
They needed a.
Unfortunately, but you couldn't have ended that movie with them saying like him rolling up and being like, you know what, you was right, bro. We need to fix this. We can't do what you about to do.
Yeah.
We got to fix this.
Right.
And there would have been a fight because nigga, I won.
Yeah.
You cheated because somebody helped you.
Right.
You had to cheat it because you was dead, nigga. I know you was dead.
Nigga, I allowed you to fuck off of that freaking cliff.
Had to have died. Who helped?
Right.
One of you niggas helped.
And that's
something, but it would have ended the same way it ended.
I do now, mind you, I'm fine with it ending as a fight.
Yeah.
I just wish it didn't end with him dying.
Yeah.
Because again,
they had to.
Right, and because of politics and propaganda and shit like that. Because I'm just like, bro, y'all. And Claw was a great freaking. I think he would have been a great villain to have as like the end villain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because when the way that they was playing it, I'm like, okay, you have Claw, you have Killmonger. I figured Claw was gonna be the big bad at the end because he was. I'm sorry, but he's just as charismatic as Killmonger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The entire time he was like, oh, blew the shit up. Yeah. Like he's a great freaking character, and then y'all just killed him like a piece of shit. Halfway through the movie, and for Killmonger to be the freaking big bad.
Apparently, they can't have Black Panther fight white people.
Which is crazy.
Two movies. He has yet to fight a white person.
But
he fought them at the casino. It was a casino. There was a bunch of them attacking the.
Those are just those are just
wasn't
bullshit
that the one in
ass
Korea?
drones.
Yeah, it was in Korea. But
yeah.
it was, I think it was CIA operation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was Claw's
not like
people, and Claw's people are white.
He could fight white lackeys, but not the big bad.
Yeah. They need a face. We need a face to the ass whooping. We need a face, and they're not going to do that. They're never
it is
going
what
to do
it
that.
is, though.
Yeah. But So anything?
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. So thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of the Afronauts Nerd Cast. We're gonna name this later. But
it was a whole hour.
And
don't get me on no fucking Killmonger shit. I'm all the way into politics.
But it's I like making the connections. I like making the connections. So I'm here for it. But
it was a long ass conversation that didn't need to happen.
I know. All right. But catch y'all later. Peace, y'all.
Bye. Have a good night.
And fuck y'all.